morning, global crypto enthusiasts. This is 88 Fantastic coming to you 6/6/2019. It's Thursday morning, people. Hopefully everybody's doing well today. We're going to have a quick look at the market here. We'll look at our our market caps on our 1 week and our 1 year. And then we got a couple pretty cool articles for you guys. So we see a Bitcoin trying to struggle and get its way back up to 7,700 for the mornings. That 245 billion in the market cap with a 24-hour volume of 66 billion. We haven't seen too much action here. The one thing we wanted to look at is our Chainlink and our Harmony 1 from yesterday. Chainlink, look at that. In the last 24 hours, since we did our video, we're doing this video exactly 24 hours from yesterday. We did it at 9 a.m. yesterday as well. And we see with the news with Harmony and Chainlink with their announcement yesterday, 20%. And I know one's target price or current price right now is sitting at over 28 cents. When we did the video yesterday, it was just around 24 cents. And that gave it a 17% gain over 24 hours. So the one thing we've been talking about is the FOMO. And again, what happens is they push that price and then they're just going to come out and speed bag you at the end of it. So let's have a quick look at our market cap here. And then we're going to go into, we're going to try and find where some of this money is going for you guys. So again, this is our 1 year, and it looks very promising. It looks like we've got steady growth. But again, when you come onto the 1 week chart, you can see how ugly it really is. Again, it's seasonal buying. It happens every year. Be out by May and get back in by September. It's been the cardinal rule in all of financial marketing for fucking almost a century, right? And like I said in an earlier video, I expect the trend to continue. But this time next year, the trend will change. This time next year, when we all expect this dump at the end of May and early June next year, it's going to be the complete opposite. So we still see our true line of support right now. We're on here. It's showing us at 243. On some of the other sites, I'm seeing it as low as 230. So right now, we're probably going to guess that 230 is our bottom right now, and hopefully we don't go anywhere below that 230 mark. And that's the one thing we talked about this summer is the ugly sideways down. As long as people hold, we should have really strong lines of support, and we should not dip below that 200 mark. But if we do go below 200, we still got the 170 mark as our next line of support. So let's see our 24-hour volume, because for me, this is always the key indicator, not the actual market cap of anything. If coin market cap is going to get me going here. And now we see Bitcoin finally taking over Tether. So Tether's volume at 30 billion is now down to 19 billion. So that tells me they've got a lot of money in play, and they're about to make a move again today. So let's see here. I'm looking for the volume, and let's see if we have any green at all. And we're going to go down to, we'll say 50 billion is probably the mark where it's hard to move a project. Anything under 50 billion can still be pretty easily manipulated. Matic network, again, Matic's had a lot of good action, but again, it's getting pumped up hard for a couple of days, and then it's getting smashed all the way back down. There's no ground for you to stand your feet on as an investor on that one yet. Another one I've been keeping my eye on is Fetch. Now, the thing we're watching for in these ones is what is its actual market cap and what's its 24-hour volume. So now, again, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is 88's own way of interpreting this market and trying to help out new people understand what's going on. And it's pretty obvious that there's still so many OGs in this space, and they're still having a difficult time understanding what this market is. So here's another tip for you. We showed you the tip last week or the other weeks when Tether's volume exceeds Bitcoin. Fucking hide. 90% of the time when Tether's volume is exceeding Bitcoin, the market gets fucking crushed. There's no other way to put it, right? So now what we're going to look for is we're going to see whose 24-hour volume into smaller caps is exceeding its actual cap, and those are the guys to watch out in the long run. So what's happening there is these guys, a lot of really good investors understand how to really check into these teams and going through the backgrounds. What's the company strength? What's the company model? What's the strength of the coin, and et cetera, right? So let's keep going here. I know there's a couple of ones down here that are really going to stand out. Again, so the first one that's going to stand out is we can't do Fatcoin because Fatcoin hasn't been given a cap yet. But you see Matic, it's sitting at 49 million, trading volume 121 million. Something to keep an eye out for, right? Who else are our new ones here? Solves had a lot of pump, but again, it's not pumping above its market cap. So at some point, that one will get crushed. Fetch, here's another one. $16 million fucking market cap with an 84 million 24-hour trading. So what does that mean? What am I talking about when I say this? It means the project is solid and the smart investors are punishing the price to keep it as low as possible so they can continually build their stacks for down the road. And this is what we talked about, cycling people out all summer long. This is another great of that example. They're going to build up their the smart investors build their stacks up so gigantically on these projects, and then you see on a day like May 30th and a day like June 3rd, it's completely fucking dumped, and that's what knocks out. That's when I say when it's speed bagging the round 2 of dummies, that's what it is. So. There was a couple of more in here. We'll see if we can find any more for you guys, but those were the 2-3 biggest ones that I could find. And that's about it. But as you can see, as we go down, those were the 2 to 3 that we were able to spot right off the bat, and those are ones to keep your eyes out for. So we'll come refresh this page a little bit, or we'll just come back. Where are we at here? Bitcoin's at 76.90 and 245. So we'll come back for that one in a little bit. All right, we got 3 different places for you guys to go to. This one is the nextweb.com. Article goes on to say, new details about Facebook's cryptocurrency make it sound even worse than it actually is. Subtitle, for the love of God, don't give your money to Facebook. Well, and that's what I've been saying as well. I don't know, and you know what's really going to be stupid is everybody's going to do it. Out of them 2 billion or 4 billion people on Facebook, 75% of the wingnuts on there will give these people money. I've explained this in my previous videos and why it scares the living shit out of me. And this could be another one of those things that leads to the impending global financial crash. Sounds stupid, but you know what? When you got 4 billion people logging in daily and monthly, and like I said to some of my other friends, imagine some of these people put in just $100. Just $100. You know how much money that is? What happens if Facebook says, okay, well, now we're going to go off of USD and we're just going to make it a straight up Facebook crypto coin, like Bitcoin, and no trading pairs, just Facebook coin. Then what are you going to do? Anyways, interesting article. Come have a peek at it. This is for you social media freaks. Coindesk.com. Consensus Capital co-founder departs to bring Wall Street money to Ethereum. I myself, this was early in the year when Ethereum Classic had grabbed one of the big dogs from over at Consensus New York, and you see what he's been able to do with the team over there. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Bitcoin's price driven by real transactions. Go check out the analysis. Go right ahead. Ethereum startup teams to offer banking-grade wallet security. Nice to see. Should have been doing it a long time ago. Here's the article I wanted to see. Aion launches first blockchain virtual machine on Java. And again, this one is over at Coindesk.com. We're just going to have a quick breeze through this one here. This is really great stuff. I'm a big fan of Aion, and if anyone follows the Aion project, these guys are super busy in GitHub. They're one of the most busy guys in the GitHub. Congratulations to them. This is big for their team. So with Aion, OneChain, and Icon with their triumvirate and the program that they're all a part over there, they still got a few more months to get going before they're getting close to their final product. So what else we got over here? Now we're over at Cointelegraph.com. Facebook to announce cryptocurrency project this month that it might be actually getting released by the end of June, which for me is a little bit terrifying. That means they've been speeding it up way too fast, and to me, that when you speed it up and you're pushing the launch date, something's going to go wrong at some place. So there was another article in here about the Binance. Oh, here it is right here. Forget the Binance. Komodo hacks itself and saves cryptocurrency worth $13 million after learning about a security vulnerability. We're gonna have a quick peeky at this guy. Again, following my videos, I am a huge fan of Komodo. I think this is one of the best teams and best projects in the entire space. And yes, I do own some Komodo. But again, when I say I own something, again, you followed my videos. I'm a single father. I'm putting $200 to $400 in every month for 18 months. So when I say I own something, it's not like I'm of these other YouTubers where I've got 25, 30 grand soaked into stacks. It's not like that. I'm like you. I'm the everyday guy trying to get ahead and make a smart choice where I put something in it and I can 100 to 1,000 my X. So this one I'm actually going to read for you guys, because how often do you hear these teams find their own vulnerabilities and they hack themselves? maybe the first, maybe the second time we've ever heard of this. Everybody else, the hack goes through, and then it's panic, FUD, and holy fuck, these guys better have insurance, right? So I'm going to have a smoke for this one. Quick sip of coffee. We'll get into this one, and then we'll do a market refresh. Crypto wallet provider Komodo effectively hacked itself to prevent fraudsters from accessing its users' funds, the company confirmed in a blog post June the 5th. Security researchers had alerted the company to a vulnerability in its Agama wallet. That sucks because that's the wallet I use. Realizing that hackers could strike at any moment, Komodo's cybersecurity team decided to use the same exploit to move compromised crypto to safety. Explaining to the users what happened, Komodo said, "We were able to sweep around 8 million KMD and 96 BTC from these vulnerable wallets, which otherwise would have been easy pickings for the attacker." So this is absolutely great news, and it's nice to see that, again, when I talk about GitHub and the activity, this is exactly the stuff, and the community, this is what we talk about, right? So these guys, this is pretty sweet that they're able to come out and see this, prevent it, and then actually come out and talk about it, rather than being like some of these other companies or exchanges where they try to hide it and get caught ripping off their customer, and then the news is just shitty and the prices get driven all the way down. So we'll have one more quick refresh. We're seeing Bitcoin at 76.90, 245. There we go. We gained about another 500 million. Bitcoin's gained another, 33 bucks in 15 minutes. This is what we've been seeing the whole day. I've been noticing when I've been going to bed, I'm in Canada, so I'm going to bed at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, getting my 4 or 5 hours of sleep. In those 4 to 5 hours, we're seeing a lot of suppression. And then as the day goes on here in North America, we're starting to see the price of Bitcoin scale back up to that between 78 and 7,900 nighttime over in North America. Then the price is going down, being heavily suppressed. So let's have a quick look at what we got for pricing right now. ETH at 243. XRP back below. Again, I'm not a big fan of XRP, but you know what? They were stagnant at 31 cents forever. Took a long time to break that 40-cent mark. Got as high as 44, 45. Bitcoin Cash, who gives a fuck? Litecoin still holding on strong over that $100 mark, which is really nice to see. That means everybody that took advantage of the FOMO news with the Litecoin happening over the last 6 months, good to see that somebody's actually holding on to that. EOS, again, I still personally believe the price of EOS is being personally suppressed, because I'm still sticking with my prediction by the end of this year. EOS will be in that 3 spot. Binance coin, still taking it in the chops. Again, that's when you know the market is pretty bad, is when you get free trading fees, and the coin that gives you those free trading fees is dropped just about $4 over the week. Nice to see that piece of shit drop below 200. I'd really like to see this thing get back down to $50 by the end of this year. What else we got? Stellar dropped. I mean, everyone has taken it in the chops this week, so there's not really much we can go and say, hey, look at the price on here. It's been pretty blood red. Other than the news from Chainlink yesterday, we see it sliding back a bit now. But when Chainlink and Harmony One can gain almost 20% over the announcement, and it shows you the FUD that's still in the market. Again, that's what we've talked about. Infancy market, still an immature market, and when Tron can tweet something and go up 38% in a week and not develop or give away or nothing, just tweet, and you can see it happening still. So we're still a long way from where we want to get in that sense of it. Money-wise, I still say we're still we're literally, what are we, early June, so we got June, July, August. We're only literally 3 to 3.5 months away from the beginning of the excitement. And I've always compared this to a race. And if you're going to compare this to a race, we're not even at the stadium yet. We're still in mom and dad's fucking car trying to figure out what place we're going to go shop for a pair of shoes before we even go to the stadium to tie up our shoes and get into that race. That's where we are in this market, if you have to really explain it to somebody, when we're sitting at under 250 billion and the rest of the world is still dealing in 70 to 90 trillion, we're not even at the race yet. We're still out shopping for a pair of fucking shoes and some nice shiny laces, right? So that's about all I got for you guys. There's been some really good news again, and the only really bad news in the market again is Facebook's looking at wrapping up its launch dates rather than late summer, early fall. Now we're looking literally possibly at the end of June here, and maybe that's what propels us, but who knows? With these things here, my initial guess is they'll put out a date, and there's probably going to be 1 or 2 delays anyway. So that's all I got for you guys out there. So make sure you're playing safe. Get your hands in those cookie jars. Get your crumbs out of there. Don't leave your fingers in the cookie jars. Be safe. Always double check everything before you hit that enter button, folks. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys. We'll come out here and we'll see you guys tomorrow. It's 88 Fantastic, showing you how to take a bite out of the cryptocurrency market. Take care, y'all.